Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Strawberry Sundaes podcast. We are here today with the legend S6. Welcome, brother. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. How are you, Harry?
Very good, very good. Let's get straight into it. Let's not keep the viewers waiting. So, if you want to give a bit of an introduction about yourself to start with, for anyone in the chat that doesn't know yourself.
Um, so my name is actually Sahin, but to the Twitch world and social media world is actually S6. And I always get this question, so I might as well clear it up now while we're on a podcast. S6 doesn't really have a meaning. It doesn't mean anything. It's S6 was actually created through my car registration plate. So my car registration is S6HHM, and that's where I got the name from. Um, and
Still
that
quite catchy though. That is.
It is. Do you know what? I'm not. I'm. I don't. This might be biased, but I genuinely feel like S6 is one of the best. Like, it's one of the best names out there. It's so catchy. Like, if you just say S6, it's like a tongue twister. I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it
yeah.
personally. Give me a second.
That's alright.
So sorry about that, guys. Phone was
That's alright.
ringing. So yeah. I stream on Twitch. And I mainly play Warzone. I'm a Warzone streamer. I try playing other games, like Apex and GTA Roleplay, but I'll be honest, it's not for me. I don't like it. So we've just stuck to Warzone. Um, I've actually been streaming. Um, it's come up to my 1 year anniversary. You might know this, Harry, but I'll tweet it out. It's my 1 year anniversary. Like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. But I've actually been on the Twitch scene for a while. So my uncle's actually a partner Twitch streamer, and I actually helped him get there. So I kind of analyzed Twitch for quite a while, and I just thought, you know what, let me create S6 and make myself a brand like the hype man and whatnot. And then yeah, went from there really.
Yeah. So
So,
you've always had an interest sort of within gaming, within Twitch.
long time.
Yeah.
Gaming has been from the day I came, like literally I was born. Like, I'm not even joking. I've been holding a
Mm.
controller from the get-go. Um, But Twitch in general, yeah, like YouTube, I have YouTube videos that are like not listed on, like, I'm publishing them because they were so cringe, but I've always wanted to do content creation. If some of them are still there, like some of the people in my community that would do watch them, but it's so cringe. But I've always wanted to do like content creation. So yeah, the passion and the grind was always there from the get-go. But I'll be honest, like what stopped me from not doing it earlier was it's that anxiety, that fear of being young and people thinking, oh, you got a squeaky voice, or you look like this, or that a lot of kids go through that. They
Mm.
want to be a streamer, they want to do a content creation, but then they have this like anxiety and that or what if someone thinks like this of me, or what if my mom thinks of this, or what if my friend thinks of this like that. But then obviously I started this last year properly, and at that time I just didn't care. But I wish, if I had one thing, I wish I could have started like 5 years ago, because
Yeah.
I would have been in a way different position right now.
Yeah, I think that's the point, isn't it? I think that a lot of people don't feel comfortable, or like you say, have that anxiety of jumping on cam, especially at a young age.
Yeah, of course.
Um, but like you say, you are in a good position at the moment. Good to try and stay positive and not dwell too much.
Yeah, of course.
Um, but like I say, you are doing really well on Twitch at the moment. So, hats off to yourself there, especially to do it in such a small time frame.
Thank you.
So, like you say, gaming's sort of always been something that you've been involved with. Can you remember sort of the first gaming experience you had?
Uh, I do remember my first ever games console. So I had a PlayStation 1.
Hmm.
Um, and I think it was my favorite game was Rayman, Rayman, or
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
Crash
right.
Bandicoot. That them two games were the one.
Yeah.
From then, yeah, and I have an older brother, and he wasn't the best influence in the world. So yeah, I played GTA, the original, like the little. I don't know. You guys might be so young whoever watches this video, but the first original GTA is not what we play now. It's literally a
No.
dot. It's like a little dot, and you run around with a little human body. That was the original GTA that I played. Um,
Was it like San? Was it San Andreas? That was one of the.
that
I
was
don't think that
PS.
was the
No, that,
first
that was
one.
PS2. The first ever
Yeah,
one was actually a 2D game, and that's what I
yeah,
played originally. But
mad.
yeah, I played from then, and gaming was a passion from the get go. Like a PlayStation 1, then I got a Game Boy. Like I've had every single console like you can have. So gaming has always been a passion
Mm.
from the get go. But yeah, from my first gaming experience, yeah, it's a PlayStation 1 and playing Crash Bandicoot and
Yeah,
Rayman.
and like you say, the majority of your content comes from Call of Duty Warzone. So, when was sort of the FPS sort of shooting games introduced to yourself? Was it always Call of Duty that you've had an interest in?
Not really. Like from the beginning, like PS2 and whatnot, there was always FPS games. So I played from then. But obviously, that's when I was really young. But when the 360 came out, it was what was it? It was Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So it's Call of Duty 4 that grabbed my interest from the get go. It was that game. I did play Battlefield. Don't get me wrong. I'm a full on FPS nerd. So like with this
Yeah.
Battlefield that's coming out now, I can't wait. I'm so excited. But Call of Duty is my passion. So Modern Warfare 1 was when I actually started playing. Then I created my own clan. Had like 10 different clans. I have trick shotting videos all unlisted, like fully montages, edited. Like if I release this now, people will be like, "What the hell? This guy was so good at trick shotting." Like I had so many like clans, man. You know, back in the days, everyone wanted to
Yeah,
be in
yeah, yeah.
phase and all of that. Sorry. So yeah, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and then from there I started playing like game battles. I started getting into like competitive side of things. You know, 2v2s, 3v3s, and from there it just became a passion, and then yeah, now we're here.
Yeah, so do you think that's where you sort of with Warzone the competitive nature's come from that early age playing
Oh
your
yeah,
GBs, trick shotting?
100%, 100%. But when like I've only just started getting into the competitive side of Warzone, so I've
Mm.
actually always stuck to like um. So people know me as the best hype man. So I bring the community together. Like I always make people smile, you know, have a fun time in my stream. But there was always a competitive like in my blood. So I like
Mm.
playing competitively back in the day. So I have so many game battles, games under my belt, like so much competitive side to me. But when I started streaming, I never played competitively. So I was always playing like games with viewers, games with chat. So my KD was like it just went down because there's only
Yeah.
a certain amount you can keep that KD up, you know.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
so that KD went dip. So whenever anyone asks about my KD, I'm like, yeah, look, put me in a tournament and then I'll play properly. You know, so don't look at my KD. But yeah, so that's where I'm actually at now. So obviously, I'm the competitive side is now starting. So I think a cancer charity match I played recently. That was like my first ever like actual tournament that I played in,
Mm.
like actually properly, and obviously we won that. Thanks to my team, held my hand through the whole tournament. But yeah, now we're getting into the competitive side of things, and yeah, that's where obviously, like you said, Harry, that's where my roots came from. The competitive side was always there, and I feel like if I just focus on it a little bit more, and you know,
Mm.
move away from like the video games and whatnot, if I focus on it more, I'll definitely be in a different position in like at least 6 months' time.
Yeah. I think people forget to realise, especially with like trick shotting back in the day, and the clans and stuff like that, and competitive sniping and that sort of thing was such a competitive, you know, community because, like you
Yeah,
say, you hit one shot, someone's bettered it in 5 minutes, and they've got
literally.
their upload, and then it's all about bettering, getting better and obviously beating the people that are around you and getting, better clips and whatnot.
Yeah.
So like I say, I can appreciate that the competitive nature from there
Mhm.
has obviously sunk straight into Warzone.
Yeah.
Um, and like you say, getting in those tourneys. So we'll see some more champs tweets coming from you, I can
Hopefully.
imagine.
Hopefully.
That's what we
Fingers
like to
crossed.
hear.
Yeah.
That's what we like to hear. So, like you say, you did slightly go into other games off the back of Warzone. So you mentioned Apex and GTA. Was that a huge chunk of your content, or was that just sort of like the odd time playing it and you didn't really fancy it?
Nah, it was the odd time, just like
Yeah.
getting exhausted with Warzone, so it's just switched the
Mm.
game. But I'll be honest, I didn't put my heart into it, but I
Yeah.
didn't enjoy it. Does it make sense? So like everyone has their certain things that they enjoy. Like love Call of Duty. When I tried
Mm.
playing Apex, it was a complete different game style. So I was just like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna get a hang of this. But I know if I put my head into it, then yeah, I can try enjoy it and have a lot of fun. But yeah, I didn't actually to your question, I didn't it wasn't a huge chunk of my content. It was
Yeah.
odd here and there. But I do want to go into it. I know the community in my stream they want me to play other games, but the thing is I'm a firm believer of playing and streaming what you enjoy. I
Mm.
don't think you should just stream like like I don't think you should just stream a particular game that is gonna get views, or something like or is gonna help out. Like I don't believe in that. I feel like the best way to do it is enjoy what you actually enjoy playing, and it really does show on camera and when you're vibing with the chat, and that's just how I am. So whenever people tell me change games, I'm just like, look, I know if I go play Apex now, I'm not gonna give you the content that you want. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
be just boring to watch.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think you've got to, like you say, you've got to enjoy the game that you're playing to actually create that good content
Yeah, of
and
course.
be that, that bubbly person, that
Hmm.
you are and create that hype within the chat. You can't do that playing a game, that you don't necessarily enjoy as much. Okay, so Warzone, was it something that you, as soon as it came out, Warzone dropped, were you straight on the grind, or did you, because I know a couple of people kind of gave it a couple of months and then kind of hit the ground running with the grind?
Nah, so my Warzone experience has been like a roller coaster. So when the game came out, I played literally just with family because that's when the lockdown happened.
Mm.
So lockdown happened and I was just playing with family. And playing with family, oh, just don't bother. It's so bad. It's so bad, honestly. Like, but trying to carry your uncle that's just held a controller for the first time, your brother that doesn't even know how to jump over a wall. Like, do you know what? Leave it. But for the first like, I think Call of Duty Warzone came out in March. So from March to like middle of May, I just played with family, and I would even count that as experience. It was crap. I probably had like 2 wins in that 2 months. Like it was just rubbish. But
Mm.
then I created the S6 rebrand. So my username before was it's Sahim, but I wasn't actually a streamer. I tried
Mm.
streaming like here and there, but I was just too afraid and I just couldn't do it. But I've done a whole rebrand and done it to S6HHM.
Yeah.
Um, and then what happened was I clicked the live button, and from May to July, I was on the grind, like you said. I was on the grind. I was playing the game. It wasn't no viewer games or anything. Surprisingly, in that 2 months, I held my own tournament as well. It was called the S6 Champions. We had a packed out lobby. I held my own tournament, and I got the whole community together within my stream, so people actually entered the tournament by paying and whatnot, and all that money we obviously done it in prize. We gave it away to first, second, and third place prize. Um,
Mm.
so I done that from May to July, and then I stopped streaming. I entirely stopped streaming due to personal reasons. I just stopped streaming from end of July all the way to New Year's January, and that's when I hit live again. So I only grew a certain amount from May to July. I think I had maybe 1,000 followers, and then from now January to right now July, that's where all my chunk of followers and the actual brand grew in that
Yeah.
time frame. So I've actually been only playing Warzone realistically from this year. I wouldn't even count last year. It wasn't even a grind. I played like here and there. It wasn't a how everyone was able to play through summer and the whole Christmas
Yeah.
time. I did not play at all. I didn't have no idea what was going on. I didn't know what the meta was. I didn't watch no streams. I completely disconnected from socials. I needed time away, and now I'm back. So basically, I've only been playing Warzone for 7 months.
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
that's the scary thing because obviously now, now you're catching up with people. You're gonna be, your grind's gonna pay off,
of
and like you
course.
say, those champs tweets, they're coming. I can feel it. They're coming.
Uh,
um, yeah, but like you say, I think, you know, I'm a firm believer of everything happens for a reason. Like you say, you've had that time off, you've come back, you feel fresh. That growth has happened, within that time frame, and you are where you are now. Which like I've said to you, huge streamer from my eyes. The grind is going to pay off eventually. You just got to stick at it now.
Yeah, of course.
Um, so we'll go back to Warzone. So Warzone, like you say, you were only um, here for, like you say, from January. So we'll go from January. But what's been your top three metas for Warzone so far?
Um, I did play during the Kilo meta. That
Yeah,
was the Kilo
that
MP5.
Kilo
Oh,
MP5. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I was playing off stream or whatnot. That I played here and there. That was really good.
Mm.
Um, Second one would be the Goral one. I was
Yeah,
there. And then the third one was the Amax. The Amax was amazing. I love the Amax.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think everyone that couldn't control the AMAX because it had a bit of a bounce to it, um,
Didn't like it.
obviously
Yeah.
didn't like it. But yeah, like you say, as soon as you got that bounce sorted, incredible gun, really fun
Yeah,
to
of course,
use,
of course.
really
It
fun.
balanced out the good players and the bad players, it
Yeah,
really did. So that's why I enjoyed it. When people were trying to use the Amax, I was struggling, so I was winning most gunfights.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, exactly. It did separate men from boys, really, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Perfect. Okay, so like I say, you are where you are now.
Yeah.
Um, you are currently in era, is that right?
Yeah, so I'm in an organization called Error, Error Eternity. They actually picked me up last year. In that 2 months of me streaming,
Yeah.
they found me and they literally just picked me up straight away as one of their new main streamers. And ever since then, I've been there
Mm,
in Error Eternity. Uh,
yeah.
so yeah, that's that.
Yeah. Huge organization.
Yeah,
So like you say, to stream only a few months, within that period, um, is incredible to be recognized by such a huge
yeah,
organization. So again, hats off there. You were clearly doing the right things. So yeah, really hats off. And you can see the love that's coming in the chat. You can really
yeah,
see the community that you have and you've grown based on all the love that's coming in. That's not something that you're not even live on your own platform, and you're still bringing all of your community with you, which is a really, in my personal opinion, a difficult thing to do, because they've got to obviously come with the vibe. So clearly you have that. So
yeah.
again, hats off.
I don't want to even say hats off to myself. It's hats off to them. Like I can name so many of them, but they know who they are. Without them, I wouldn't be where I am now. I always say it in the streams. I always say it in the Discord. Like I'm never gonna forget my roots. So, like you said, like they're coming through. Yeah, I have a part in it, but I genuinely believe like without them, I would not be S6. I won't be anywhere near where I am. So they know who they are. I won't even shout their names. So I appreciate them so much. They genuinely, I love them to bits.
Yeah. No, I love that. Okay, so we'll get on to sort of the next couple of questions here. So if we're going to go from content wise, so what was your best content moment that you've had to date that you can think of?
Oh, I had a few.
We can go
From
into a few if you like. If you wanted to,
I would say one of them was the charity stream. That
yeah,
was my first ever charity stream that I held. I forgot when it was. It was last month, I think I held it, or like end of May. We done a 24-hour stream. Well, we attempted, and um, I died at what 21 hours. I couldn't do
I
it.
mean that's still a grind, man. 21 hours.
And what the a lot of people within the stream knew this and within the community, but now you're gonna know like. I was only on 4 hours of sleep prior. So I told everyone like, guys, I don't think I can do this. I'm on like four or
Yeah,
5 hours of sleep. I bear in mind I work I'm a first line of contact worker as well. So like work with hospitals and whatnot. So I was tired, I was stressed, I was like, I can't do this. Like, how the hell am I gonna pull this off?
yeah,
Um but the fact that we went to 21 hours and we raised over like $1,400 in that time frame,
that's mad.
it was just mental. Like that moment there, like when I went to sleep and I woke up, like I was smiling. I was like, do you know what?
Mm.
Even though I couldn't do it, it's the fact that we smashed the goal and we done as much as we could, you know. So
Yeah, that's
that
a
was
good.
crazy.
That must be a good feeling, like you
Yeah,
say, especially when you're doing something like, charity stream like that, for example. Like you say, you could run off such little sleep, but I
yeah.
bet if that was just a normal stream for yourself, you might have crashed a lot earlier.
Oh,
But because
100%.
you've got that like that vibe and that so much like good feeling about what you're doing, the atmosphere carries you so long.
100%.
Like, and I mean, 21 hours. That's still incredible. Like,
Yeah.
you wouldn't catch me doing. I mean, I do about 6 hours, and I'm like, yeah, this is my eyes are shutting. Like,
Yeah,
so
trust me, I understand.
that's.
But what I just remembered as well, what's also crazy is the day before was the
Mm,
day that my team and I was the captain for the team. We won the hashtag F charity tournament. So the day
mm,
before we won the tournament, and then literally 4 hours of sleep, and then I went live, and then done the 21 hours,
that's mad.
literally. But yeah,
That's mad.
my second one was the moment of winning the charity tournament,
Mm,
which is to me I hold that close to my heart. Obviously, because it was for a cancer research, that was one thing, but that
yeah.
was my first ever customs tournament, and so I took it serious. Like I did not look at chat. I was like, look, I'm not looking at chat today. And yeah, I did have a very OP team. Like my team, the fact that I'm somehow don't even know how I'm able to even network with people like Gargod and Fluxuri. Like these are huge streamers. Like I'm nothing compared to them, and the fact that they're vibing with me and want to bloody be in my team, like is crazy to me. I find that absolutely
Mm,
mental. But the reason why that's probably tied joint first moment for me is because everyone that saw my name as a captain, they were like, what's he doing here? He's just a normal custom, normal streamer. Like he just vibes with the chat." And at that moment, I just sat there and I kept saying to myself, look, for once, I'm gonna focus on the game and try to prove that, you know what, I can be on the scene if I wanted to, if I focused on it.
mm,
And what's crazy is I had more kills than all these pros. Like I can name so many because there was a list that they put out of all the kills and all of that.
yeah.
Like I had one of the high. I was in the top 10 KDs and I was in top 10 kills against these big competitive players like streamers and that. And at that moment, I sat there. I was like, do you know what? If I take this seriously, I can actually be in custom lobbies and whatnot. I might not be the best player, but I genuinely feel like my IQ when it comes to rotating and playing the game and being a team worker, I'm up there if I genuinely focus on the game.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
yeah, I
like you
did.
say,
Yeah.
that's a good feeling in itself, to say like that you were doubted to start with
Oh
from
yeah,
some of these
I really
players.
was. I really was. Like everyone was. Like, some people have played with me before. I'm playing pubs
Mm.
is one thing. I'm playing a tournament is an entirely
Yeah,
different
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
So playing
yeah,
pubs is just like yeah, messing about, talking to chat, whatnot. They're thinking, oh yeah, this guy's trash. Like he's a 2 KD player. He's not doing anything. Like he's not gonna. And what was crazy is the fact that I was in top 10 with kills and something like I might be wrong with the kills, but I know I was top 10 in either KD or kills. And it was from that moment I was like, do you know what? I'm genuinely proud of myself, and I've applied for the World Series Call of Duty tournament. That's this
mm,
week. So hopefully, again, if we can qualify and go to the main customs tournament, we'll be playing for big money.
yeah. And like you say, these tournaments are, you've just said it there, for huge amounts of money.
Yeah.
And you think that even for your community and your viewers, they clearly enjoy watching you in those tourney scenarios. And like you say, you can clearly play with the best of them. So like I say, I'm rooting for the champs tweets. I keep saying it, but I'm rooting for them.
Don't worry. The next one I get, I'll tag you into it. But like Harry,
We
we've done it. It's come home.
it's coming home. We will get a
uh,
champs tweet.
yeah, yeah.
Perfect. So next couple of questions. So this is on to the final two, and then we've got the special question that we ask all our guests.
Okay.
So the best person that you've had the opportunity to work with currently within the scene and why?
I've worked with a few. Um, this is going to be a surprising one. Uh, someone I've not is not. I didn't actually work with them originally. I didn't actually go and contact them and say, "Yo, let's play some games or whatnot."
Mm.
We actually clashed in a duo game, and his name is Beanbolt. He's a Facebook streamer.
Yeah,
Uh, we clashed in with him, and when I mean he's genuinely one of the most soundest persons I've ever met. Like he just met up with me. He did not know I was live. He was just so professional and so like humble and charming, like to
yeah,
speak to, like genuinely, like I can just speak to the guy, and I was like, what the hell? Like it doesn't seem like this guy's streaming, and then I find out this guy is a huge Facebook streamer, and then from
yeah,
then we followed each other, and then we played a few games. We played in a tournament or whatnot. That is someone that I genuinely right now is one of the best person I've ever worked with. Yeah, there's a lot of other people that I worked with, like played with Amari and Han that was in a charity tournament. There's a few people that I have played with, but someone that stays close to heart and someone that genuinely meant a lot to play with and was very nice to like the best person within the scene was it had to be Beanbot because he was genuinely so like humble to his craft. Like he just because he was a bigger streamer, like way bigger than me, like he did not
mm,
make me feel like I was no one, He genuinely felt like he sent his all his viewers. What was crazy, there was one moment he sent his 100 plus viewers, whatever he was on, when I was on like 10 viewers at that time, 50 he sent all of them from Facebook, dropped my link in his Facebook chat for them to all come follow me, and then all of his chat just started a hype train, donated to me, and I was just like, I sat there and I was just thinking, why? He just genuinely just met me and he didn't need to do that, and that's
yeah,
something that would always stay close to my heart.
yeah. And like you say, the humbleness from him,
Of course.
is incredible. That sort of trait
Yeah.
is kind of lost with a lot of these bigger streamers
100%. 100%.
as they get, as they get up the chain, so to speak. That humbleness kind of goes. And I know who you mean by being bolting. He's a really
Absolute legend.
good bloke.
Yeah.
Um, Perfect. So, again, this is kind of flipped on the other side now. So, if you could work with someone that you haven't already, who would it be and why?
This is this is a hard question.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
quite
I, I,
open.
I'll answer it in two ways. All right, so I'll answer it one. Like
Yeah,
I'll just say it how I want. So, who would who would I work with? One person. There's one person. If I had the choice to just stream with one person or work with them or whatever, even play games with them, it's Repulse.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
you know you know who I'm talking about,
With
right? Yeah,
Biffle and
before
Duke Squad.
swag,
Yeah,
yeah. If
yeah,
I could play with him, genuinely, if we put both of our hype together, it will be mental. Like if I come in with
yeah,
serious energy, like that is someone that I look up to. Seeing his streams is where I get some of my ideas, and I'm thinking this is just sick. Like this is someone that I would actually want to work with. But that's never gonna happen. All right, I never should say never. Like I never thought I was gonna be sponsored by Sneak and goddamn aim controllers and stuff like that. I never thought I would even be in a position where I am now. But never say never. But I would what I find what I find within Twitch, a lot of people feel like they can't play with people or work with people. So I'm open to play with anyone and everyone. So this is within the question. So I'm happy to work with anyone. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do. Like I'm happy to play with anyone. Um, but yeah, if it's within the UK scene, yeah, I would love to. It will be a pleasure to play with Jukies one day. That's just like he's like the king of Warzone, isn't it, for the UK? Like just to sit,
mm,
just play with him and just learn a few things. You do learn with playing with other people. So to play with him and generally just bounce off his vibe and whatnot, that would be a pleasure. But yeah, within the UK, I'm happy to play or work with anyone and everyone. But yeah,
yeah,
Repulse is if I had one pick, it will be Repulse, like
yeah.
100%.
Perfect. Okay, so the surprise question. Again, this isn't gaming related at all. So be ready. If you were stuck on an island, you get to take one person, whether that be someone that your community can relate to or just someone within the gaming scene, and you can take 3 items with you.
So the question was, I get to take
So
one person.
one person, you got
Three.
3 items, and then you're stuck on an island with this person.
Does it have to be someone within my Twitch stream, or can it be anyone?
It can be anyone within the gaming scene or someone that your community can relate to. So someone that they know you might play games with, or someone that's in the chat, or someone like that.
All right. This is hard. How do people answer this? Wait.
This is the whole point. A lot of people get stumbled.
Like,
It's always good to finish.
wait, my wife doesn't count in this, does it? Like, wait. Oh,
Um,
my chat's in the. My chat is in the stream. Like, does that count?
yeah,
Nah. Does it count?
yeah.
Oh, or does it have to be another streamer or someone? Yeah, like another.
Um,
Like, what would you? All right, so obviously, I'm obviously
we'll
gonna
say
say I'm obviously gonna say my wife, but would you want me to move my wife to the side and want me to pick someone like a streamer or someone like?
we'll say your wife. We'll say your wife.
All right, cool. So, taking my wife. All right, she's probably gonna be watching this. I will take my beautiful wife. All right, she can take care of everything. All right, I love her to bits. All right, so that's the person I'll take. 3 items. This is hard. Wait, I will take on top of my head. I'll take oh, I'll take a knife.
Yeah.
Of course, you need a knife. All right, so I'm not gonna be cheesy and say take a bow and aeroplane or something like that. So I'll take a knife. I'm stranded on an island. I'll take a knife. I'll take a filtered water. You know, like you can filter water.
Yeah, water
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
purifier, I think they're called. Yeah.
yeah, and I can't take Wi-Fi. Shit.
The thing is, because if you took Wi-Fi, what would you use? Because you're not taking anything else. So it'd just be
But I
like
don't
your
want to be
box.
cheesy because I would have simply just said I would have taken my computer or my phone and Wi-Fi and I would have just contacted someone and say, "Yo, come save us." But if we're stranded on an island, I'll take my wife, my knife, a filtered water so I can filter out water, and I will take a oh a first aid kit.
Yeah. Okay. So you got a first aid kit, a knife, and you've also got what? Oh, water purifier. That's
Yeah.
it. So yeah, 3 answers, and then obviously your wife going with you. Again, brilliant. You know, we've had some. I mean, they were good answers. We've had some horrific ones, to be perfectly honest. People picking a bed, taking a bed, like just awful
Man
answers.
said he's gonna take a bed to him
But
with in a goddamn island. Like he doesn't have the island to himself. Oh my god.
look, but we don't judge. We don't judge. But I can say they were good answers. They were good answers. That is the end of the podcast, though. I really, really do appreciate you coming on. It's been an absolute
Pleasure, man.
pleasure. Again, thank you for all your support from your community and things like that. All coming in, dropping the love, follows, being in the chat, everything like that. This has also been recorded, so it will be uploaded to YouTube for anyone who missed some bits of the podcast. And both myself and S6's, all of our socials will be in the descriptions. So, make sure you show S6 all the love on all of his socials. Again, really appreciate you coming on, bro.
No, it's an absolute pleasure, Harry. Thank you very much, man. I like what you're doing here. I love the podcast. Yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure being on here, man. Thank you.
Hey, I love that. Love the gas. Appreciate it. Right, catch you in a bit, chat. Ta-ra.
Peace.